Okay guys, so we just did some setting up the Kimura from side control. So the first thing we did is we're here, and say we've got the inside here, but they're doing the spring. So we've got the cross face, this hand comes through, and we make a connection of 10 fingers, and as they're framing, we're pushing this down, bang. Once we've created that separation, what we want to do is then put our head down, and this hand comes back to collect the arm, but our head's here, okay? Now when we pull this up, we're pulling it up, creating a lot of tension from the tricep, but we're bringing our forearm down across the midriff, and then we're equally coming up on our toes. So we're tripoding, and then we're going to go to like walk towards the north-south, coming right the way around. You'll see in a second. So I take the hand out, I come up, I start walking up. I use this leg to take the back of the head, and the other leg on the other side to come in front of the face. So we're going to go for the Kimura. Once we do that, I sit up, I take the arm up. He's going to naturally hold some grip here. And what do? I switch hands. So this hand that was here comes through, comes across, creating that. This hand comes out to grab the wrist, and I use this to grab my own wrist. Now to break the Kimura, we use what's called misdirectional use, where we go this way and we come back that way. So again, we're like that, we go that way, then we come back this way. Now here you can finish it, but we want to do something that's solid. So we're going to take the hand, place it behind the back. We're not going to go for the finishes yet. And this elbow of mine, the hand that is holding the wrist, holding his wrist, that elbow is going to come and it's going to drop behind his back here to keep him up. So as I do that, I'm also going to be turning myself this way. So I'm going to this position, which is almost like I'm facing him, right? I start like this, but then I'm going to correct myself, taking my hips back the other way and ending up in this position. Now, this is what I want. I want to be right down on him. We're not going to finish it because I want to stop him from being able to even sit up. So what do? This leg comes over the head, and now I go to a perpendicular, sort of like a north-south. I'm pinning him, but what I don't turn over. I put my heads up, I sprawl back, and now it's just a case of what? Extending. I'm holding this, and I'm pulling up with my elbow where it's pointing, and it comes on very fast. Okay, guys? So this isn't a lifting motion. I'm not doing this. It's not a pushing motion. I'm not trying to do that. Okay, once I've got this elbow of mine is literally all I'm thinking of is taking that elbow right up to the ceiling, keeping this pin, and look at it, comes on really fast. So it's this motion, and it's that, right? That's one. The other one that we've done was made famous by the name of the Tarikoplota, which, if you want leg and arm Kimura, been around for centuries and centuries, but there's the same principle, but here just you can see the stuff from the beginning we set up. So we end up here, but now they've really locked up their arms, right? We've got everything trapped, and it's a nightmare. It's literally my arm against his arm, and there's a problem now, right? I can't get it off, so we're going to switch. And how we do that is this hand of mine that's holding my own wrist, connecting the Kimura grip, is going to come up. So I'm going to let go. If you just move your hand for a second, Mum. I'm going to let go of this hand. And this hand's going to come feed in, grab further up, and I'm going to let go. And this hand's going to come up and go towards the back. So now I've got this kind of grip. So if you come back and hold your grips, so it's like, so I can't, yeah? Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I've got to remember, the leg that I'm pivoting off is the one that's going to go inside him, in the sense it's going to go across his belly. So I pivot this way, making this leg light, and then I chuck this leg over, and in my pinch, I'm touching my hamstring on his wrist, and this hand of mine is now grabbing my own thigh, right? Now, I'm not in the best position, because look, I'm still quite off balance, and he's still that way, so what I want to do, I want to flatten him out. I put the hand in, I walk, and slowly flatten him out. Yes, I'm finishing. Now I want to move the tail towards his hip. And as I do that, and remember my hamstring is connected to his wrist, I have this holding my thigh. As I turn, now if I face up in the opposite direction, all I need to do now, pick my elbow up, I extend my leg, and that's your Tarikoplota.